North official arrives in Washington for talks with Trump's White House. According to South Korean news agency, Yonhap, Kim Yong-chol is in Washington to meet U.S. officials ahead of a possible second summit between Kim Jong-un and Donald Trump. Mr. Yong-chol is to meet U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo today and is carrying another letter from Kim. Speculation has arisen that the potential second summit could be held in Vietnam. Mr. Yong-cho is scheduled to visit the country in February and is currently the country's lead negotiator with the U.S. There hasn't been much progress between the two countries since Trump and Kim's historic meeting in Singapore last June. Recently, however, there has been a flurry of diplomatic activity between the countries, and Kim visited China earlier this month with President Xi Jinping. Although the details of the meeting are still to be confirmed, it is thought that talks will not only confirm the location of the summit but also the agenda. Earlier this month, Mr. Trump said that the U.S. and North Korea were negotiating over a location for another summit, but U.S. officials have not provided any further details. In his recent annual New Year's speech, Kim said he was committed to denuclearization, but warned that he would change course if U.S. sanctions remained. Mr. Cole helped kick off talks between the two countries last June when he delivered a letter to Trump ahead of the historical meeting of the two countries. He's a controversial figure and has been accused of masterminding attacks on South Korean warships during his time as military intelligence chief in 2010. Mr. Cole's arrival could spark a restart in talks following the cooling of relations since last June. If he stays overnight in Washington, he would be the first top North Korean to do so since the late Vice Marshal Jo Myong-rok did so ahead of talks with then-President Bill Clinton and Secretary of State Madeleine Albright in 2000. The two sides would seek interim measures to revitalize the denuclearization process, South Korea officials said. But North Korea has demanded a lifting of U.S. sanctions and dismissed U.S. demands that declare all its nuclear weapons and facilities. Another senior North Korean official, Vice Foreign Minister Cho Sun-hui, is heading to Sweden, where she could meet Washington's Special Representative for Pyongyang Stephen B. Gunn.